Have you ever noticed how easily a simple misunderstanding can actually turn into a major argument in the family? I mean, one moment everything feel calm, and the next emotion rise, words are misunderstood, and people are hurt. That is the power of how we express ourselves, for better or for worse, ladies and gentlemen. When it's done well, it becomes a bridge that connects heart and keep a relationship strong. But when it breaks down, it can tear people apart. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Purpose Coaching with Jean. Today, we are going to talk about how communication shapes family conflict. But before we begin, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who may find it useful. Speaking and listening, where are among the most vital parts of any relationship. They are the lifeline of every single family. When we express ourselves clearly with love, we not only build trust, we create safety. We open the door to understanding. But when talk stops, or when words become unclear, confusing, or filled with assumptions, that same exchange turns into conflict and misunderstanding. Misunderstanding is one of the greatest causes of pain and distance in a family relation. When someone does not feel heard, respected, or understood, it can create walls that divide even the people who love each other the most. Family conflicts are not always about little things like what's for dinner or who forgot to take the trash out. Often, they are deeply rooted in values, beliefs, and identity. It's not just about what happened, but what it means to each person, to each individual. When people argue, they often not just defending their points, they are protecting what they believe represents who they are. And that's what makes family conflict so emotional and sometimes painful. People can live together for years, yet still feel worlds apart because of an unhealthy relationship. Healthy interaction goes beyond words. It also includes the tone of voice that you use, the timing, and body language. More importantly, it includes sharing feelings. You see, many family talks but do not connect emotionally. They share information but not emotion. And when feelings are not expressed in a safe way, resentment builds. Family members may begin to withdraw, shut down, or respond to anger. This emotional withdrawal slowly weakens family unity, ladies and gentlemen. When people are feel unseen, unheard, or unloved, the home that once felt peacefully begin to feel heavy. Sometimes problems and how we relate aren't just about pride or stubbornness. They can also be connected to mental health challenges. That is very important for us to understand. Think about it. A person dealing with anxiety, depression, trauma, or stress may find it hard to express themselves or to understand others clearly. Their response may come out sharper, colder, or more withdrawn than intended. So it is important for us to realize these reactions often come from our deeper struggles. That is why empathy, patience are so essential. Before reacting, pause and ask yourself what pain might be behind those words. Very important. As a coach, I always remind families that the goal isn't to win an argument, but to understand one another. Talking through issues isn't about proving who is right. It's about reacting in a safe space where both people feel heard. We call this a relational stance, focusing on connection before correction. It means listening not only to what's said, but also to what's not being said. Ask questions like, how did this message come across you? Or can you tell me what you felt when I said that? What happened? It helps open heart instead of harden them. We also have to know families don't need to be perfect to improve. There is no such thing as a perfect family. They just need the right tools. Simple habits such as reflective listening, repeating back what you heard to make sure you understood correctly. It makes a big difference. Another helpful tool that you can use is the I statement instead of you statement, such as saying, I feel hurt when this happened, instead of you always do this. These small shifts lower defensiveness and change the atmosphere of a conversation. It's amazing, ladies and gentlemen, how one gentle response can stop a conflict before it grows. It's also important to recognize that many families are under outside pressures, financial strain, work stress, culture expectation, and other responsibilities. These pressures can easily spill into our relationships. When people are exhausted, they have less energy to respond with patience. That is why it is important. That is why grace is so important. When we approach one another with grace, we create a safe space where mistakes can be acknowledged and love can grow. Families that practice grace find healing even after deep disagreements. And at the end of the day, every family has its moment of tension. Every single one of us. None of us get it right the first time. None of us get it right all the time. But the good news is that connection can always be restored. Every day give us a new opportunity to start again, to speak with kindness, to listen with understanding, and to build what was broken. When we do that, families laugh again, forgive again, and find peace, not by avoiding conflict, but by walking through it together. That's what's important. So as we go about our week, pay attention to how you speak and listen to the people closest to you. Ask yourself if your words bring peace or pressure, if your tone invites conversation or shut it down. Remember, it's not just about what you say, but how you say it. When love leads your words, Even the hardest conversation can bring growth. Know this: families that learn to communicate with honesty, patience, and compassion become stronger, more united, and more resilient in the face of life challenges. I want to thank you for spending today with me. I hope this message reminds you that good communication is not only about words, but about heart connection. When we take the time to truly listen, we don't just solve conflict, we build relationship that lasts. I'll see you on the next one.